Hey, it's White Boy Chris. If the Pat Downs ever made you laugh, then join our Patreon and support us. Get bonus content, a t-shirt, or an autographed copy of Rabbit, Miss Pat's autobiography. Visit MissPatComedy.com for the link to the Patreon, and while you're there, join our Facebook group.
Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. I'm here with my good friend Chris Spangalang Dangalang, no dick. I'm here with I'm here with Long Dick, don't get hard Dion. He say he's 40, and he say, there comes a time when his diabetic medication don't let stuff rest. And
hey, you get older. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, that pancreas wears out, and all of a sudden needs a little help.
Are you at the gas station pill now, Dion?
Nah, I've never been down that bad. Nah.
Okay.
Down that bad.
Well, don't you to the gas station pill.
I'm scared to take them.
Oh, that would fuck
I'm
you
afraid
up.
I get the one fentanyl motherfucking pill. And that's how I need to die. Tell the whole world. I was about to get some pussy, but I took the wrong pill.
You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared to come out the house, out the bedroom with a negligee. My husband's like, what the fuck do you have on? Because I got that fupa. So when you pull the drawers up on the fupa, it just look like you're choking your belly out, your bottom belly.
They make fupa lingerie.
They don't. They need to make fupa lingerie like a kangaroo pouch. You stick your stomach over in there.
Thanks, get right on that.
And they need to be able to tie your bottom stomach up so they can see your vagina, so you can feel more sexy. That sounds like a Halloween costume, but they really should make fupa lingerie.
When they do, the promo code will be Miss Pat.
Miss Pat, yeah. Get 15% off your fupa lingerie.
Yeah, you should be able to drop your fupa in a bag on the lingerie to keep him from seeing it.
All right, well, this is the intro.
Huh?
We got to wrap it up. I'm running out of music, Pat.
Oh, okay. You gave me a good idea. I'm gonna create some big bitch shit. It's gonna be called. Stay tuned after the music. Big bitch shit coming soon.
You better get up, get out, and tune into this podcast. This Pat spit the truth, spit the real fact. Nothing but the ugly, classy at the same time. Pat got the flavor, these are not your same lines. That's the politics, she been on the real grind. It could be pretty but ugly at the same time. Just tune in, put your lock on the spin down. Ain't no need for the wait and turn it up now. What you talking about? Is it real though? And cut the game, you get no play like Nintendo. You wasted time, turn it up, nothing but the ugly. Straight off the top, everything she say, you know it's funny. Full blast, this a taste of the future. Listen on your iPhone, on your desktop computer. Share it, tweet it, ain't no way to beat it. Nothing but the ugly, turn it up and gon' repeat it.
If you out there, I have a sponsor that I really like. This candle. It's called Big Ass Candle. Go see this big ass candle.
It's half of an Ivana.
It's one even bigger. So go to Big Ass Candle and put in. It's like a birthday cake, don't it?
It does.
Put in Miss Pat for the code. You get 15% off. Big Ass Candle. And if you notice, I've been working on my skin. If you go to Aesthetic of Atlanta and you get 20% off any service over there, if you say Miss Pat, just put in Miss Pat and you get a fucking discount. So I just want everybody to know that because the skin is very important. I'm trying to, pull back my bags, and I'm working on my frown lines. I'm working on the discoloration of my skin, the dryness. Sometimes when I go over there, the other day she pulled so much shit off of my face. I did a video. It almost looked like coochie hair. It was growing out of my face.
What is it? Just like leftover makeup, or what was it?
No, it's just like your skin is an organ, so it just everything that hits it, I guess it lands and it sticks, and I don't fucking know. I just know
why
that.
Is your skin arguing?
Huh?
Sorry, that was for Dion.
It's fucking so stupid.
What the fuck are you?
You said your skin is the longest organ.
You said organ and arguing the same way. It's so funny to me.
He's such a fucking
organ.
You said it right. He's fucking with you.
I love you.
Yeah, so go over to Aesthetic of Atlanta and get your skin done.
You've been really getting into facials. Like, what was the origin of this? How did this start?
I was just, I'm going through menopause, and everything is drying out, so it was getting in my face. I always pick my booty to dry before my face do, but it was just, I was just dry. And so I said, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna find somebody to do some facials. And I fell in love with it. When I tell you, I've told everybody to go to this lady. Every fucking body. Y'all should go to her. It's a 20% off discount. Instead of Atlanta, go over there and get your fucking face done. You cannot beat it. And we'll show you at the end when we talk about the other stuff. Thank you to everybody who gave. Did I say this last week? Who called Jazz and checked on them?
No, we haven't. So we haven't given a Jasmine update, but we should. So how's Jasmine doing?
Jasmine had surgery on her hand. And I learned something during this accident. We buy insurance policies, and we keep it moving. We really don't think nothing will ever happen. Well, I'm here to tell you, the lady who hit my car was underinsured.
Oh no.
Yes. So let me tell you this.
Underinsured or not insured?
She was insured with Allstate. She was underinsured. So underinsured is when you say you buy the cheapest shit, I'm gonna do liability $25,000. So that means if anybody get hit, you hit them, they only get $25,000. I think her policy was $50,000. My car was a 2021, and my car barely got paid for.
Oh yeah, and that doesn't cover any of her medical bills, does it?
The $25,000, you can take it for your arm or your ass, however you want it. That's all they got.
Your car, your arm, it doesn't matter. You're getting 25 grand and that's it.
And nothing else. And then you got to go out and you got to sue these people. Well, think about this, y'all. If they got a $25,000 liability policy, how much money do you think they really have?
Yeah, right.
It made me go back and look at what I had, because I'm like, and I was thinking, had I given Jasmine my G-Wagon to drive, it wouldn't have gotten paid for.
Brand new brakes are $8,000 a piece. That's why there's no discount code for the G-Wagon.
So can you imagine had she hit my truck?
Oh, yeah.
So, and I just want to tell people, I always try to tell people what I learned, and I've never been in a situation like this. And I know everybody pockets is different, especially with the bullshit we're going through in this world right now. But I'd rather you be overinsured than underinsured, because when you underinsured, you can literally get sued for fucking everything.
So basically what can happen now is you get the 25 grand from the insurance, but you could go back and say, look, I have $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 more in expenses. My lawyer is going to sue you for that money unless you pay me.
Well, what about her being hurt? She got to get something for you hurting her. You broke her fucking arm and fingers and shit. And
right.
hurt her hip. So
it basically left this woman up to like liability because she wasn't insured enough. Okay, got it.
But thank God my car had a lot of liability insurance,
right,
for underinsured people.
Yeah, so, but you had to pay anything for something. It sucks you had to pay anything and claim it on your insurance.
Yeah, but that I always try to cover myself as much as I can, because I don't think I ever wrecked a car. My husband had an accident, but the person who hit him had, they was fully insured.
Right.
This is the first time I ever dealt with this uninsured motorist, didn't have enough to cover it. So, just check your policies, because whatever I learned, I try to come back and tell you guys. And another update, 2 of my felons have dropped off so far.
Oh, congrats.
Congrats. 2 of my felonies, and she called me. I got an email and said, hey, we're removing 2 of your felonies. So it takes a little time, but they're coming off. And I really appreciate you guys appreciating that podcast. So just stay tuned, and and keep calling her if you need anything. I'm quite sure she will help you. And I hope we all become unconvicted felons.
Hell yeah. Yeah, if you liked that, please share it with your friends. Like,
yes,
that's not the kind of podcast people are going to naturally just click on. Oh, I'm interested in this. Like, but I think everybody gets something out of that if they listen to it.
Yeah. So you make sure, try to really get your background cleaned up.
Everybody got an uncle who needs something expunged.
Yeah, everybody do. Aunt, yeah, your aunt probably was a prostitute in the 70s. Is she really in the
So
church?
somebody who could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about how many people aunts in the church now that used to be prostitutes, but don't want to go to God as a whore.
That's why they wear those gloves.
To cover the herpes.
That's why they wear what?
The white gloves.
Those are Usher, nigga.
I read an article that herpes is herpes is in 25% of Alzheimer's patients. So they think that herpes is a cause of Alzheimer's. So if next time you put that dick in your mouth, remember, or you won't.
Wait, what?
You want herpes, you're gonna get Alzheimer's.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Pure.
How you gonna have forever luggage you forget? I said, I know I got something, but I can't remember what it was.
Stop reading, Chris. I tell you all the time, stop wasting your brain with reading this book. Every time you read a lot, your hair get thicker.
I was sitting there holding the Wall Street Journal, cackling. Like, what?
Well, have y'all watched that show Paradise?
On
Hulu.
What is it?
I heard about it. I haven't no audition.
Man, that shit is good as fuck. Episode of season 1 comes out tomorrow, but man, it's got Sterling K. Brown. It's how do I describe this movie? It's the end of the world, and they go into this bunker, and the president dies, and they're trying to figure out who killed the president because everybody there's 25,000 people in this underground city. They all were selected to be there, so there shouldn't be any murder. Like there's no weapons, and they're trying to figure out. Coming to find out, the lady who's in charge of everything, she done sent an expedition out to see if the real world is okay, and they found people, and one of them tried to get in, and that's who they think killed the president. So it's just like
that sounds good.
Yeah, it's a fucking dope ass show.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about it. I'm gonna check it out. This week.
It is a badass show. I watched all 7 episodes like straight.
Well, I was just about to cancel my Hulu. I'm gonna go watch it. And then I'm so paranoid right now with the whole crazy ass government that we have. I decided to watch Handmaid's Tale over from the start so I can know how to survive.
That's not going to help your paranoia.
I need to be ready for the apocalypse, and then they're going to cut all clicks off. So I need to know where to tuck my click at when they come to get it.
It's tuckable, huh?
Everything is tuckable.
Your bit over here, man.
Ma'am, please tell us where your click is.
Hey, who click is this?
I refuse to tell you where my click is hiding.
They'll never find a click like you.
Garrett, tell us where your wife's click is.
I don't know.
You don't know. Where you click at, Pat? I would
somewhere
never.
In the hood. It's somewhere in the hood.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm rewatching Handmaid's Tale.
We just watched so back in the 90s here in Indianapolis, there was a serial killer named Herb Bauermeister. And there's a new Hulu documentary on this guy on Fox Hollow Farms, which is where he killed all these people. And the guy in the documentary, Mark Goodyear, worked for my dad during that period. And Mark, like, just crazy guy, over the top. Like,
he was a killer?
What he told my dad at the time was that the serial killer tried to kill him in his pool, and he overpowered him and got away and then went to the police and turned him in, and he's the one who brought him all down. But then you watch the documentary, and I'm convinced my dad had a serial killer working for him for like 20 years. Because you watch this and you go, I think Mark was in on it and helping kill these guys.
That's crazy.
And burying them. And like, I remember
being Mark get off?
Huh?
Mark got off?
Yeah. Mark is still out roaming the streets.
And you talking about it?
Yeah. He won't hurt me. It's fine.
Shit, me, he's white.
Nigga, what are you worried about your friends?
No, we're not gay.
He's white.
So watch Fox Hollow Farms. That was a really good documentary. And when you get to Mark, you're like, oh shit.
You know, they got that new Natalia Grace
Oh, really?
thing coming out.
Oh, I
March
haven't-
19th is gonna be on Hulu.
What is it?
This, you remember that little girl they thought was a little girl, but she was actually an adult, but she wasn't an adult. That little girl.
From Indiana.
Yeah, they're doing like the TV series of it. It's coming out on March 19th.
Turns out she was actually telling the truth.
Yeah,
and
she
she
was
was
just a kid.
A kid.
A freaky little kid, but she was just a kid.
She was freaky.
Yeah, she went to the mental asylum and was talking about, let me fuck you. She was talking,
suck your dick.
Yeah, she was going nuts. And she was 11. How old was she? 11?
I don't know. She was
ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're making like a
fictionalized version of it.
It's just
like
it's got fake actors in it, but
Cuba Gooding Jr. as OJ.
You should see the girl who's playing Natalia Gray. The casting fucking phenomenal job.
Oh.
But yeah, the dad was a fucking nut job. They got the guy to look really close.
Whatever happened to the white people who adopted her? They want to give her back to when she was grown.
Nothing.
They still in Indiana?
Yeah, I
think
heard,
the dad is.
Yeah, the dad is.
They got a divorce?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weird
He was crazy though.
Yeah.
Because he believed that she was a little kid, and the mom was like, nah, this girl's grown.
Right.
She had a period.
She's supposed to have a period.
I mean,
the whole situation was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to check that out. So we got some phone calls today.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll do the phone calls from Speakpipe.
Welcome back to another episode of, the Pat Down. We here. We're going to take some phone calls because I'm enjoying talking to y'all and giving y'all the great advice that I'm trying to give. Don't take anything serious. I don't have I don't have a degree in anything. I got a degree in bullshit.
Yeah, Ivana was telling us, so many of you these are just questions, but a lot of you have sent in messages that are super sweet. We thank you guys for that. It's really appreciated. And if you go to the show notes in the description, you can find the link to Speakpipe. If you want to say anything to us, ask a question, whatever, that's how this all works. So here's the first question, Miss Pat.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Dion. Hi, Miss Pat. Hi, Ivana. My name is Salome. I am probably your only crack baby from France, and I was glad to hear that Miss Pat speaks some French. I wanted to tell you that you guys cured my depression, so thank you for that. The podcast is definitely my comfort zone when I feel down, and I wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed the few last episodes talking about subjects like clearing your criminal background and someone talking about abortion. I think you should keep that as a recurring thing on the podcast to talk about the conditions of people struggling. I wanted to ask you, since Miss Pat, you're pardoned, you're cleared, are you guys coming to Europe? I would love to meet you anywhere, as long as you come on our side of the world. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, my background wouldn't keep me out of Europe. I've been in Canada. I've been a few places. I can come to Europe. And with the current government we have, we all going to be coming to Europe. So just stop out. Y'all about to be hella black in a minute.
Whether you want us or not.
she would come to Europe, but it's the French keeping her away. She just doesn't like
No, it's not the French. It's not. So hold on, because I'm just telling you, with our current government, only Chris going to be able to stay behind. You're going to have a lot of Negroes, niggas, and black folks over in Europe because we're looking for a place to stay.
And ma'am,
we want to thank you because I love talking about women's rights. That's my right to have an abortion. This is my pussy. I say that all the time. Nobody should be able to tell you what to do with your body, especially no old ass white man. For the simple fact, they don't do anything when y'all dick stop working. They don't try to bury them. They try to keep them hard. And then the medication still don't work. It give you heart attacks. Your heart be harder than your dick. And so, I'm all about, if you can't feed it, kill it.
Now, can you say all that in French?
Abe say they Irv J.
I also speak French.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the kind words.
Thank you for the cameras, and we always here for you. And don't be depressed.
Yes. All right, here we go. Next caller.
Hey, Miss Pat. Hey, Dion. Hey, Chris. Thank you guys for all that you do. I've been a long time crack baby. Just looking for some advice. It's my second pregnancy with my husband, and I'm not feeling very pampered or appreciated. How do I drop him some hints that I want more, like snacks or little gifts or a foot rub? Do I drop hints? Do I ask for it outright? I just want to feel pampered this pregnancy. And I really didn't with my first pregnancy, and I just don't want to feel that way again. I want to be appreciated for what I'm doing for our family. So let me know what you think, and have a great day, guys.
Ma'am, first of all, thank you so much for calling in. Second of all, it's not like you got that baby at the grocery store. So,
Yeah, you got pampered when he came in you. That's what she's saying. That's your pampering, ma'am.
It's not like you got the
depending
baby.
on
I can just see niggas in their carts, man.
I don't know what you want. You got pregnant. It's a fucking pregnancy. Y'all gotta stop looking at these fucking people on TV. This shit ain't real. That man probably go to work all day. You sit at the house, you pregnant, or you go to work and you pregnant. It's just a baby. You know what? You want him to kid. Stop looking at these ginger reveals. Stop looking at these folks who do these push gifts. That's the dumbest shit in the world to me. They give bitches Louis Vuittons for having a baby. Sir, a Louis Vuitton does not count for the way I just tore my pussy up. Okay. So if you want snacks, tell the nigga you want snacks. If you want your feet rubbed, I need my feet rubbed. The baby got my ankles swole up like an elephant dick. You know, just say what you need and stop throwing hints. If you get to the point, is because I guarantee you, when your husband wanted dick suck, he say, "Can you suck my dick?" He don't just throw the dick in your face and slap you with it. He tell you, unless
you gotta finesse it a little bit. You gotta be like, "Hey, man." That's what I do, but not everybody's Reagan. So yeah,
just tell the truth. Just say, "Baby, I need my feet rubbed. Baby, bring me some snacks. Baby, I don't feel sexy."
She doesn't feel love. I have been her husband. I was that with Matthew. I mean, it's guys don't have any clue and are generally very selfish, and I'm sure women are too. But
come on, man, don't make it his fault. You got
no,
pregnant, like she decided to lay down too.
Let me fit. No, she being pregnant, like having gone through it with Reagan, it is so invasive. It is so like
she asked for it again. So how is it his fault that he didn't do it? You knew he didn't do it the first time. You get better on the second time without saying anything.
Pat is exactly
let me tell
right.
you how Garrett treated me when I was pregnant. And I know exactly what you want, and I'm just bullshitting at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I felt the same way. I felt like, Garrett should, run around for me. I'm pregnant. I'm carrying your first child. And it didn't happen. It just did. I just said, "Gary, you don't treat me like I'm pregnant." He's like, "Well, shit, you can walk." So
and the hormones
I'm pregnant one night, and I think I tell y'all this story, and I'm dreaming about my first baby daddy beat me up, and I wake up crying, and Gary had to be to work like at 5, get up for work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I said, "Oh, I'm having bad dreams, and I'm pregnant with our first baby," and he said, "Well, won't you go back to sleep and whoop that nigga ass, and so y'all don't mess with me."
You guys, I wish we could get Gary on here. He is so much like Garyana. It is so funny. That's Garyana to a T.
So, I was just say, tell him what you want, baby. I mean, closed mouth don't get fed.
Honestly, as having been him, he doesn't understand.
It's not his fault.
And if you talk to him,
haven't told him you want to be pampered. You can't blame him for not knowing you want to be pampered.
And even if he do tell him, he probably still don't know how to fucking pamper her.
He doesn't, right?
Just tell him, "Hey, baby, I really want you to slur up my feet. Come and talk to the baby. The baby got ears. I had a friend that talked to her baby the whole 9 months. And I used to, we were pregnant at the same time. And I said, I know this baby is sick of your motherfucking ass. They got to hear your voice through your vocal cord. Then she would put a headphone on her stomach and play the baby music. I said, this baby ain't getting no motherfucking rest.
Reagan would play the pat down.
It's supposed to make
Matthew.
your IQ.
Yeah.
It's supposed to raise your IQ. The frequencies that you play for your child is supposed to help.
She would play my podcast.
Ariana is more smarter than Junebug.
I seen this. Did you hear about the dolphin births? Dolphin assisted birthing? These people go out in the ocean. They get dolphins because the dolphins can click at frequencies that are supposed to stimulate brain growth. And so they get these pregnant women who are about to have kids and they put them in the pools with dolphins and they click on their babies as they're giving birth. It's supposed to make the kids smarter or something.
White women, stop it. Just be normal.
It was black people. It wasn't.
I don't believe that.
Nah, it wasn't just white. It was a lot of white folks, but there were black people there too.
First of all, ain't no nigga gonna get in no pool with no big ass fish.
That is correct. Dolphin are not fish though.
Mammals.
So.
Yeah, but they like to slap you with their tail.
Have you seen those videos of those dolphins fucking people?
I'd rather have a dumb child before I have a fucking dolphin tapping on my vagina. I'll take the check. I'll take the Social Security check.
Oh, however they do.
You wouldn't let Flipper help you have a baby?
I know how to push a baby. I mean, my motherfucking self. What Flipper gonna do? Grab the baby head and pull it out my vagina?
The eat it. Supposed to make it less painful and all. That was the shit they wrote in the article that I was reading.
Stop reading. Next caller.
All right. Yeah, just talk to him or have somebody else talk to him. He doesn't understand.
So yeah, just let him know how you feeling, baby. And I swear you'll take closed mouth, don't get fed.
He loves you. It's just talk.
Hi, Miss Pat. I just want to start off by saying I love you and I can't wait to see what y'all have in store for season 5. I've been rewatching all the seasons. But I do have a question for you. So my question is, there's this guy that I went to high school with, and all of a sudden he's found an interest in me because in high school he would like bully me for my looks and, thought I was ugly, right? Anyway, so by senior year, I started to look a little better. Okay, not too much on me, but I started to look a little bit better. So we've been out of high school 2 or 3 years now. So like I said, he sparked an interest in me. And, he keeps commenting on my posts, liking my stuff, and keeps asking me to go out with him. And I told him no already, but he won't take no for an answer. So I'm just wondering what I should do. Thank you.
See a therapist.
First of all, you sound like you're Caucasian. And if you don't go out with that man, he's going to break your window out and drag you out of there.
Send him a dick pic of somebody else. He'll leave you alone.
Look,
that's all you got to do.
Say this.
More red flags than a NASCAR race in this call.
No.
Yes, he's bullying her. He won't leave her alone. Leave this man alone. You got to find out why you're attracted to him.
I was going to say he was probably going to kidnap her if she don't go out with him. But I will say this. A lot of us was ugly in high school.
True.
And maybe you wasn't ugly in high school. Maybe he just didn't know how to tell you he liked you. So now that y'all out of high school and he can't get picked on about dating you, and even you said you look different than you do now, we all do. Now he's fine. You done grew up. We all grew. You probably didn't have no titties back then, had acne, your hair was greasy. Now you probably you're a woman. You know the things to do. And I personally would say if you're attracted to him, give him, you never know.
Nah,
you just never know.
No, stay away. Like stay away. He was a jerk.
I'm telling you, if you want to get that dude up out your space, just send him pictures he don't want to look at. I promise you, he will leave you alone.
He didn't want anything from you. He told you who he was. Now he wants something from you, and he's being nice to you. Listen to the first part of it. Leave him alone.
I'm going to say this, ma'am. If you're not getting laid, there's somebody there to lay you. If you already got something in your life, then send him a dick pic to get rid of him. Do you. Don't let us stop you from getting laid because it's some rough time. The economy is really bad out here right now on dick and cash.
Dick and cash are in recession. All right. Next phone call.
Miss Pat, I am a 46-year-old white female going through premenopause, menopause. I don't know. And I got my hair braided in Honduras on a cruise, which I know is cultural appropriation these days, but it really helped my sweat. So my question is, can you ask your lady friends in Atlanta who does hair, if I go to a black lady's to get my hair braided to keep down on the sweat from running down my face, will black girls make fun of me? Thank you.
This shit felt like ask a black guy from
First
the
of all,
Chappelle show.
ma'am, you are comedy gold. Call in every week. I love you. I don't know why I want to talk to her more, but I have so many questions. Yes.
I mean, they're gonna look at you because they look at it as cultural appropriation, right? So they're gonna look at you. But if I was you, you should wear a shirt say, "I'm not trying to be black. I'm going through menopause, and this is the only way I can keep the sweat out of my face." And the sisters will walk by you. They understand. Because a lot of time when y'all get breaks in y'all hair, to us, you sick. I suck black dick. So we just we want to get the signals right.
Yeah, wear a t-shirt with the signals. On the front, say I'm in menopause. On the back, say I suck black dick. You'll get thumbs up from everybody.
No, I mean they're gonna look the black community will look at you sideways, and I understand that it keeps you cool and stuff like that. But do you? We don't. We ask you not to wear our hairstyle, but we don't own braids. Just like I got some of y'all hair on my head right now. This is a little Indian girl, straight out of motherfucking Indian nada. And
have you heard about all the carcinogens that are in fake hair? Did you hear about that new report?
That's not in this hair. That is in braiding hair. So yes, I did hear that. And so what I did is I stopped buying it. And so it's a black owned company that makes the braiding hair with no cartridges in it, whatever you call it. None of that bullshit.
Yeah, the cancer
And it
stuff.
costs a little bit more, but I just ordered some for the first time. I surely did.
Seen that video on TikTok that black girl was talking about. If y'all buy these, like it's like 10 brands that all of them tested 100% for cancer causing chemicals.
Rebondle is one. Rebondle. I tried to order hers. She was all sold out.
I would think like anything that's
Dose of Beauty is another one. That place you can buy the hair that's safe for all heads. Latching hook.
That was crazy. That all of them.
They've been poisoning us. They've been poisoning. That shit is like the shit that go on tires. That's why a lot of black women stopped relaxing their hair because it was giving us. They said it was giving us cervical cancer.
Yeah, it was a lot of auto.
What was the movie where the guy was putting his like Harlem and he's bleaching his hair in the 20s, or he's putting like some chemical, and it was like, what do they use for hair straightening in the 20s that was like super carcinogenic?
Perm.
It was like muriatic acid.
They were saying there's a lot of endocrine disruptors in the chemicals that these black women were putting in their hair, and that was causing all these side effects, like when they were pregnant and through their children, like because it not only would it just being on top of your head, but every time you touched it,
we've cut out like lots of smells and and soaps and like I don't know.
It's crazy how much stuff is poisoning us that doesn't need to be in there, but they for whatever fucking reason, because it's cheaper for them. And they just don't care, just murdering all their customers.
All right, last phone call here.
Braid your hair, girl, if it helps keep the sweat out your ass.
Hey, Miss Pat, Chris, and Dion. Miss Pat, I know you mentioned before that your husband Garrett grew up in a big, loving family, and how that was tough for you to get used to when y'all first started dating. One, because you were afraid to let Garrett in to see the type of environment that you had grown up in. And two, because you struggled to accept the love that his family started to show you. And I just wanted to hear more about your experience with that and see if you had any advice for people like me who are looking for a stable, healthy relationship, but still deal with some shame from the type of toxic, dysfunctional families we grew up in and struggle to open up to these potential partners because of that. Love the podcast. I listen to it literally every single day. Love y'all so much, and thanks for listening to my question.
Well, thank you for calling in for the first of all. And I would say this: when you find a guy with a good family, they're not gonna judge you for how you grew up. Garrett family was a little hard on me because I was a little hard hood rat, but like when I would go over, they always loved on my kids, but they always had a second thought about me until my food stamps came in. Then everybody loved me. But
Oh my
I would
god.
just say, don't ever be ashamed of nothing that you went through because honestly, we can't choose the family that we're born into. So, and the only way you heal from anything to me, I personally think is to talk about it. Don't ever be ashamed of anything that you went through or the family that you came from. We all, hey, we all different. Just explain to the person that you dating and be freely to talk about it. I've never been ashamed. And Garrett family has um open their arms after a while and I grew to love them. But my thing was mainly I wish I had what they had. Like they was a close-knit family and that used to really get me because I wanted that. And then eventually I became a part of the family and I felt like I had a close-knit family. They all about dead now, but the ones still around.
You've created that. I think that's one of the most beautiful things in your story is your family and how you've created that close-knit family that not only nuclear but extended family and friends. Like Thanksgiving was beautiful for that
Well,
piece.
thank
Like,
you.
I love it.
And I tell people all the time, it don't always have to be the family that you're born into. You can always, sometimes you get better family members when you step outside their realm. And I'm just
Yeah.
being honest.
I had a good family, but Reagan has a great family, and it's love first. And I think if you were in a situation like you're in, they're going to meet whatever is in your past or whatever you're dealing with love. And I think sometimes when you're feeling insecure, it's that fear that's holding you back, keeping you from something that you deserve because you don't think you deserve it. And I would not let that hold you back.
No, just
Don't look for reasons to split because you don't think you deserve it because you absolutely do. And
you
they'll
deserve to
meet.
be loved and be happy also. And that's the honest God, no truth. And that's what we have to. I remember when I told this story before when my career started to take off and my husband asked me one day, he said, "Are you scared to be famous?" And I said, "I am. I don't want everybody fucking with me. I don't want everybody to know me." And it was a fear that I had to get over because I had a talent that was taking me there. And I had also worked so many years to get to the point that I was getting to. So why would I get there and then feel like I didn't deserve it? But that's just the trauma that's in us.
Yeah. Was there a
That
point with
somebody
Garrett?
beat us, huh?
Was there a point with Garrett or his family or your family where you felt like running just because you were scared of that?
Running from what?
I feel like the way that you grew up, people typically don't feel loved. And
Yeah.
so they get afraid of love and they don't accept love very well. And I wondered if you and Garrett had to work through that, if you had anything like
Oh
that.
yeah, in the beginning because I had been cheated on, so I was still reacting like I was dealing with a dude that mistreated me. And I remember
Right.
the first time I hit Gary, and he hit me back, and I was like, "You hit me." He said, "But you hit me." He said, "Let's get one thing straight: you don't hit me, and I don't hit you." And we never hit each other again. I hit him in the head with a phone book, and he slapped the shit out of me.
He said, "You call the numbers in there
Call
until
somebody
you
who
calm
cares.
down."
Well, these are all great questions. You guys are asking awesome
Yes,
questions. Just
Yeah.
love how
yes.
deep they are. And
You can find the family you're looking for.
yep.
You can, and we always are here. We always a family here at the Pat Down. And I just love the little community that we have online. I love the things that I go in and see how y'all support each other and talk. So, just whatever you deserve everything that you want. And don't let your fear stop you from doing and getting anything that you want. I finally posted the finished part of my house. Did y'all see the video?
Yeah, it looked gorgeous.
And
That was
I went
cool.
back and forth, and I was like, I really don't want to post this. I don't want to show off. And then my husband was like, but you work so hard to get this.
Yeah.
And I built this house with from TikTok and from TikTok and an architect. And then I saved my money for so many years because I didn't want a loan. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, you get a loan. And I was like, I don't want a loan. I know what I'm doing. I wanted to do this with my cash money. And when, there was times in the projects where I had to say, hold on for a minute. I got to go make some more money. But I was able to get it done. And I was like, well, I worked really hard for this.
Yeah.
And it ain't a dream house because, you never know where you're going to end up. And I always tell y'all, don't ever say this is my dream anything, because then once you accomplish that, well, where do you go? You just say this is something that was on my list that I wanted to do.
It's a comfortable house, and you got a
It
lot of,
is.
like, you turn around and there's like a cool little creature comfort that, man, I'm like, I want that. That's pretty cool. Like, oh, I wish my seat were warm when I sit down on the toilet. Like, oh, this back porch is really cool with a TV that you like achieved. It may not be a dream house, but it is a cool house. It's like just really, like, I'm happy for you because
It's just one of the
pictures
things
of
that,
yourself on your light switches.
what do you say?
You have pictures of yourself on your light switches.
That
Who
is
doesn't want
kinda
that?
cool.
Yeah, but I was going back and forth. I was like, am I bragging? And my husband's like, well, you work so hard. And when I put stuff out there, and I've been so open about my background, I just want people to know. Sometimes people are not going to understand what you're trying to do with your dream, and don't ever let nobody take you out of what you're trying to do. And that's why I posted to let people know, because everybody know I started from the bottom. You can do and get anything that you want. All you got to do is just keep believing in yourself. Even when I was building this house, people was like, you're crazy to do this and you're crazy. I was like, oh, fuck you. I'm going to the internet and learn on my motherfucking own. Stop. Don't ever let nobody pull you out of what you want to do, because you know what you want to do. And sometimes people come in and try to make your dream they dream. You look up and you building something for some shit you didn't even want, or you planning stuff that you didn't even want, because you don't let these people come into your life and just screw your whole fucking thought process up. So if you ever say that you want a Cadillac and you put it in your head, I always say put it. I saw this on the internet one night, and I always live by this. People like, oh, you so spontaneous. I've told y'all this so many times. I said in my head that you gotta say it into the universe so the universe can capture it and give it back to you.
Never mind.
Large white women?
No. No. I have no problem. They're in my inbox, not in the universe.
you don't believe what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying. I have everything I want. Like, I know how to go get what I want. I know how to do it. I love my life. I literally get to be funny, and I get paid for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have amazing friends and family. I love my life. If I wanted to change it, I would.
It's got to be more that you want.
I achieved all my childhood dreams already. So I'm just going through life having a good time. I've already validated my own existence, so I don't need it.
You don't want your career to be bigger?
For what? I know I'm funny. It doesn't matter whether 1 million people or 1,000 people know I'm funny. It doesn't make a difference to me. So whether I play only the United States for the rest of my life or my career grows, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I like doing it. Does that make sense?
So you never want to be a headliner?
No, I do, but that's not my motivating factor. Does that make sense?
So,
yeah, makes sense.
I mean, the end game to all of this is
I could headline any show. I could put on my own show if I wanted to. So
you're
it's
saying
not.
What you're saying is the satisfaction that you derive from it is achieved by a good performance, not the size of the crowd.
Right. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
my validation doesn't come from other
External.
people.
Yeah. I got you.
It comes from me doing what I want to do.
So you don't you I mean, not even I wanted my career to just stay at Morty's comedy joint.
No, I'm not saying I don't have a desire to increase the amount of work that I'm doing. That's not what I'm saying.
I mean, what do you want out of it? I mean, like I give you an example.
I want people to laugh when they see me perform. That's all I care about.
Oh, you don't like I give you an example. I've always said from day one, and this is one of the things I said to Tom Sim. I said I'm gonna have me a sitcom one day. He was like, "Girl, shut the fuck up." Everybody said, "I said no. I'm gonna have me a sitcom."
No.
I said, "I'm gonna be a headliner. I'm gonna make this much money." I put it in the universe, let the universe capture it and giving it back.
I don't care about stuff like that. Money doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I really don't. I've never cared. I obviously could work harder to make more. Like everybody knows, I'm a talent, but I don't. It does. It's just more headaches, man. I'm good. I love the life I have right now.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
So you don't want to make money from this?
I do make money from this.
He's not saying that. He's saying you're asking what is his motivating factor.
You don't want to make a lot of money from this?
It doesn't matter to me. Does that make sense to you? That money does not matter to me at all.
Oh, well.
It doesn't. What's the point of having money if you don't have any friends? What's the point of having friends if all they care about is money?
No, like, well, Deon, I'm saying it's a career. Is this a career for you? This is a career for me.
And I know it's a career for me too.
So how is it a career for you and you don't want no money?
It's not. I told you I love my life, and you have a problem with it. That's crazy. No, I do
not have a problem, but you cannot have a career. A career involves
according
money.
to you. That's your. See, you just said like 10 minutes ago you can't have other people's dream be your dream.
No, I'm not saying
your dream, my dream. That's not my dream.
I just don't understand of somebody who likes to do something, and you're very funny to me. And don't want to make any money from it when you can make money.
It's not I don't do it for money.
I think you have two totally different goals. Like I think his is that
I just like being funny. That's it.
I do too. I'm at the point where I like being funny and I worked hard. You was there with me for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
What are we arguing about?
I don't know. I really don't.
You don't want to make money from this?
I just told you I do make money.
But that's like a sliding scale. Like, okay, I want to make $100,000 a year. I want to make $2 million a year.
The amount of money I make wouldn't make me any more happier than I am right now, is what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter whether I'm making $2 million.
It'll change your address. I mean, it'll
none of that matters to me.
You don't want to. Let me ask you this, and I know you're not now. You don't want to be financially stable?
It doesn't matter, is what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. Because they can turn your switches just like that. So you can have all the money in the bank and they come take it the next day. It doesn't fucking matter. And then you done spend all that time doing all that extra shit that I personally don't want to do just to say that I had that and they come take it just like that.
You don't want to do it because I think you're very talented. I think you're a very talented person.
I know that. I am.
Funny.
So what
to sit here and say that you're a comedian and that you just and we've had this conversation before. When I asked you, I said, one thing I always want to do is look out for my friends. I want to see everybody get a special. I want to see everybody, you as a comedian, if you're in a position to put anybody on, you should, especially if that person been in your camp for a long time. And that's one of the reasons why I tried to, I brought you to my show to write, taking you on the road and all of this stuff. But if you just can't be doing, you for 40 years old. You need, honestly, you gotta have some type, and I'm not telling you what to do.
You are though. And you don't understand that. You can't just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
I did leave it alone. I mean, I just don't
why are we talking about it? I'm happy. You're happy. Chris is happy. Everybody's happy. And yet somehow we are upset that I don't want to aspire to do more.
Oh.
In your eyes. I'm doing plenty. So if I'm happy with it, let me be happy with it. Don't give me shit for it.
I'm not.
Like,
I'm
cool.
not.
All right, tell your friends that he's happy with it. Let that be the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is, and I'm gonna be honest with
Are
you,
we
as
gonna
a
leave it alone or are we not?
no, we're not. As a black parent, and you when you see somebody so talented and that's not using it to their full ability, as a friend, it do upsets me because I know where you could be. I know how funny you are, and I know, I've known you over almost 20 years, damn near. I know I've seen you just so much better than some of the bullshit that makes it out here. But I think as a friend, and you know, for somebody who was in the trenches with me, you know, you was in the trenches with me, and to say
I
that
remember.
to see we're friends and see where I'm at today, and for me to look back and you say you okay, and I ask myself, why is he comfortable with nothing?
Because I don't want what you want, Patricia. That's why. Our lives are different. You grew up totally different than I did. What you see is not what I see.
I know.
So,
But you know, it's just like a parent.
it's not a knock on you. It's not a knock on me. It's just we don't want the same thing. I don't need those things to validate anything that
I
I
don't
am
do
as
any
a
of this to
person.
validate. You think I did this to validate?
Part of it, yes.
To validate what?
That that little girl that was abused could be this. You need that validation from people.
I don't
don't.
need shit from people, Dion.
I feel like
I didn't
to
do this
prove
for
it to
people.
yourself, maybe.
I
You
don't need
know,
to prove anything to me. I know what I can and can't do.
Right.
So I mean I don't understand
let
like
me ask you something.
why it needs to go beyond that. If I know what I can or can't do,
Right.
what do I care what someone else thinks about it?
I have a question. I'm quite sure you know you're talented.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that you can have a career just as big as mine?
Yes.
I do too. I just don't
Okay, so what's
understand.
the problem?
I
I
don't
think
understand.
Dion
I
doesn't.
just don't desire to
I
have
think
what
you
you
don't-
have.
you
I'm not
don't-
interested in it. I don't want a TV show. I don't. I know I could write one because I've watched you do it. I've helped you do it. I know the process. I know the people involved. It's just not something I'm interested in.
And there's a
I
certain
like
level
telling
of
jokes and that's it.
So
trade-offs.
you don't even want your comedy career to be bigger?
I don't care if it gets bigger or not. That's what I'm trying to. It doesn't matter to me. That would be like if you go to a restaurant and you say, "Give me the steak. How you want to cook?" Nah, I don't care. You still gonna eat the steak, right?
No.
Well, you not. You bougie as hell. But me, it just to me, a steak's a steak. I don't care.
Okay. Well, that's an example of somebody who's just comfortable within their skin. You know, ain't nothing I can do. And you know, that's one of the
There's
things that
nothing you need to do.
but that's one of the things that I've been back and forth with you on for years. I've never understood
Yeah,
this.
I've never changed. I've been the exact same person, and I like it that way. There's a reason why I haven't. I hope that you would accept it after
I do.
all
I
these
mean,
years.
if you comfortable with being broke, I'm comfortable with whatever makes you happy. We're gonna be friends regardless.
Okay.
You know, I can't say you. It's like honestly, it's like you sitting on a bag of money, but you won't fucking open it. That's what you are. You're a very talented person.
Yeah.
If you really put, and I'm only saying this because I love you. If you really put forth effort, you
I
can go
know
from
that. I don't need you
zero.
to tell me
Can I
that.
just say this? You can go from zero to being a $5,000 comedian if you put
I
in the work.
know. I
Yeah.
know. I know.
So
There's
I've
no
never seen a
doubt
nigga
on
that don't
this
want no money.
because I don't care. So I become a $5,000 comedian. Then what?
You become a $10,000 comedian.
And then see, you know what I'm saying? So if
$20,000
0 and 5 and 10 all feel the same, I'm cool where I'm at because it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't. Look at me. It doesn't. It do not.
You're right.
I've been a $5,000 comedian. It do not. Every level feel like a new hard dick.
Well, I'm not interested in that either.
Some white juicy pussy. How about
It's pretty nice, right, buddy?
I'm 40, buddy. Days gone by.
dick with one lip? I mean, I'm sorry. Dick with one lip.
lip.
A vagina with one lip that's wet. Maybe you can handle that. Whatever, but you know,
I'm good.
I respect you either way. I don't really care. I'm over it. I've tried so many times to push you, and you know, I just never seen somebody say I'm cool with nothing. So I'm happy for you, and I love you.
I don't think you're happy for him.
She's not. She's pissed.
She's so annoyed. I'm happy for you, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Stuff doesn't move me. So
yeah, but
I'm
it's
more about the relationships I have with people and that type of thing. I just,
Yeah, but relationship ain't gonna pay your bills.
I pay my bills already. You know what, Pat? You don't have to have a lot of bills. You can live without having a ton of bills.
Put forth a lot of work to do anything, so you're not gonna go.
We're all trying to do what makes us happy. Why are you so focused on everything that doesn't make me happy?
Because
I don't understand. I've told you I love my life, and you can't
you
even.
are LeBron James on crack.
Who cares?
That's it. Don't forget about the Miss Pat party. Please get your tickets, y'all. I don't want to have to cancel this party.
So how do you get tickets on the website, by the way? Because
you just click on the website. I'm on there now. It says Miss Pat Fan Party. It say the event page at the bottom. Get information, and it take you straight there, and you can buy your tickets for the party. Get your tickets for the party. Hotel information is coming soon. I always pick the hotel. Make sure you're in a safe place. Starting, I will be back on the road. Yeah, right there. Just go to the event page and you can get your tickets. Please get your tickets to the party. I have a lot planned for you guys, and I cannot wait to have a good time with y'all. My next day out on the road by myself, Biloxi, Mississippi. I will be at the IP Casino and Resort Spa. Last time y'all showed up and showed the fuck out. So please come. April the 2nd, I will be in Florida. That's a college. April 18th through the 19th, Dayton, Ohio. Get your tickets. I will be at the Funny Bone. April the 25th through the 26th, Phoenix, Arizona. Stand Up Live. Only place I ever been where my shoes is melt on the ground. May the 2nd. Oh, it's so fucking hot. May the 2nd through the 3rd, I will be at West Des Moines, Iowa. May the 2nd.
And West Des Moines as well.
West Des Moines, yes. Oh, May 9th, Cleveland, Ohio, I'll be at Hilarities. May 16th, 17th, Virginia Beach, I'm on my way back. And then I'm on my way to Tropicana Resort and Hotel in Atlantic City.
What was that, episode 15?
That was like episode 10, Tropicanical. That's a good one.
Oh, okay. So make sure y'all go to misspatcomedy.com for all the news and stuff. Please join the Patreon because we really need y'all help so we can stay doing this. And I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all calling in. Keep calling in. I do this podcast for you guys. I appreciate y'all. Dion does it for you guys. Chris does it so we can see he's shaped like a motherfucking Oopa Loopa. But
yeah, I need to do this podcast to see that. Yes. I don't have a mirror in my bathroom that shames me every day.
It don't sing like Pat do.
It just, all right, I get it.
Well, you got to do like I do, Chris. Take a shower in the dark. And thank y'all for listening to another episode of The Pat Down. We love you guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.